Good day to everyone. My name is ZIOU. In this video, I'm going to present our group's research title, Malaysian Tertiary Students' Intention to Engage in E-Learning During COVID-19 Pandemic, a Conceptual Framework. The authors of this research including myself and Dr. SHAN from Southern University College, Dr. ADELINE from University Malaysia SABAH, and Dr. LING from Taylor's University. The coronavirus disease 2019 pandemic, or we used to call it as COVID-19 pandemic, was first detected in Malaysia on 25th January 2020. The number of daily reported new COVID-19 cases started to have a sharp rise on 15 March 2020 with consistently above 100 cases. This COVID-19 pandemic outbreak has affected all industries in Malaysia, including education. Due to the implementation of Movement Control Order MCO Phase 1 on 18 March 2020, the higher education institutions in Malaysia were closed to stop spreading the disease. Campus lockdowns have forced all the higher education institutions to transit their teaching and learning process from face-to-face classes to online learning, either conduct the class in a synchronous or asynchronous method. With this unexpected transition, the educators and students have to rapidly adapt to online learning. Online learning or e-learning is generally referred to as the use of electronic media or devices for the purposes of education in teaching and learning. Online learning is not new to the students in the university. It has started to be implemented in few Malaysian higher education institutions such as University of Malaya, Multimedia University, University Tun Abdul Razak, and Open University Malaysia as earlier as the year 2000. But it was underutilized in the past. Before the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic hit Malaysia, online learning played as a supporting role in the classroom. With the closure of higher education institutions during COVID-19 pandemic, online learning in Malaysia was no longer an added benefit. It became an essential tool for keeping the students educated during a period of uncertainty. With this sudden shift away from classroom, all the educators and students have to rapidly adapt to online learning. The education industry was forced to conduct courses through online portals with the digital video conferencing platform such as Zoom, Google Classroom, Microsoft Platform, and the Webex Blackboard. Students have to use a variety of digital devices such as laptop, tablets, and phones or smartphones to facilitate informal learning. The implementation of online learning has shifted the teacher-centered pedagogy to student-centered pedagogy. Hence, students are required to be more independent in the online learning process. Students have been shifted to a completely different environment where many challenges have to be met. As this is an unexpected transition among students, certain groups of students might have culture shock, which might influence their study. Research is required to study their perception in this aspect. In this research, we would like to investigate the students' perceptions in terms of perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, on the intention to engage in e-learning during the COVID-19 pandemic. And this is the research framework. The variables included in this study are perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, stress, internet connectivity, and self-efficacy to predict the student's intention to engage in e-learning. The internet connectivity and self-efficacy are moderator to moderate the relationship between perceived usefulness and intention, as well as between perceived ease of use and intention. Technology acceptance model is the main underlying theory in this study. Fred Davis developed the technology acceptance model, where he contributed to the concept of technology acceptance, adoption, and post-acceptance. The construct of this model, which are the perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use, have been considered as the conceptual factors that add to the post-acceptance of the technology. The perceived usefulness has to do with the concept of effort-free that enhances users' performance, whereas the perceived ease of use has to do with the effectiveness of the easiness factor on users' performance. Stress is an emotional, physical, or mental reaction that causes tension. It can result from social, environmental, or psychological situation. And the terms internet connectivity refers to the way people are hooked up to the internet and may include dial-up telephone lines, always-on broadband connection, and wireless devices. Self-efficacy explores users' perception of their ability to different tasks and to finish the task properly. For our research methodology, in the research design, we will adopt the quantitative approach to investigate the research framework. Using survey approach, questionnaire with reliable instrument will be adopted and adapted to collect data from students in the local, public, and private universities. This study is expected to collect 350 samples from students by using non-probability convenience sampling method. Data collected will be analyzed with structure equation modeling approach by using the SMART PLS software. From a theoretical perspective, this study is expected to contribute theoretically to understand the Malaysian students' intention to engage in e-learning during COVID-19 pandemic. Also, the insight from this study will be able to bring implication to the educator in designing a better teaching mechanism through considering the factors that might bring positive determinant in e-learning. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.